Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. So let's talk about Gilbert Arenas takes a shot at the new Bucks coach, Doc Rivers. You know, he got hired by the Bucks. They fired Adrian Griffin because Giannis was unhappy with him. For whatever reason, Giannis wasn't happy with Adrian Griffin, so he's out of there. So they signed Doc Rivers to a $40 million deal through the 2027 season. And Gilbert Arenas had a few things to say about Doc Rivers. You know, his track record, his history, him flunking out in the playoff. And we all know, man, Doc Rivers have a history of flunking in the playoffs. And I'm real fond of Doc Rivers once again. I like the guy. I have no issues with Doc Rivers. I'm actually happy they hired him. I have no issues with him. My only worries is, can he get it done? Because we have seen him flunked out time and time again. He's not a coach that adjusts the situations, see what the other coach is doing, what the team is doing, and adjust accordingly. And he's not somebody who's well-versed or known for doing that. So Gilbert Arenas had a few things to say about Doc Rivers, and his coaching decisions, how he adjusts the situations. So this is what Gilbert Arenas had to say. He doesn't adjust well. If you beat him going left, he won't adjust to that. So you're going to beat his ass the same way every single time because he won't adjust. I know something was wrong with him when this happened. It was Clippers versus Houston. They were up 3-1. The coach said, "We're going to hack DeAndre Jordan." And he copied it every single time. So basically he's saying the coach on the opposite team said they're going to hack DeAndre Jordan because if you know, he's a terrible free throw shooter. Everybody knows this. Historically terrible. And Doc Rivers said, you know what? Since you're going to do that, we're going to hack Dwight Howard. And he copied the coach exactly and did the same thing. So that's what Gilbert Arenas had to say. And let's be honest. Doc Rivers was probably not the ideal hire for the Bucks, but what can you do in a situation where, he's the best option? Even if he's not your ideal hire or who you would want to put in that position, there wasn't much on the table. So, they signed him for $40 million through the 2027 season. And I'm glad he got hired, Like I said, he's a good coach. His only issue is making adjustments on the fly. In games, you need to make adjustments. You need to make crucial adjustments to win games, win series. And that's his only gripe. That's the only knock on him. He's a winning coach. If you look at his record, he's not a loser per se, but he just don't get it done when you need him to. But I'm still happy he got the job, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he do with this team. Because if you can't get it done with Dame, Dollar, and Giannis and a good roster, something is wrong. If Doc Rivers can't do something with this team, something is wrong. We can't keep making excuses. And I'm one of the first to make excuses for Doc Rivers because I like the guy. I rock with him, so I'm one of those people who would make excuses for him, but I gotta be honest, man. We need to see you show and prove. We know you're a great coach. You have the resume. You won a championship. No one could take that from you. He won a championship. So he's a championship coach. But after winning that championship 15 years ago, what have he done ever since? We all know it's not easy to win a championship, obviously. But I'm saying, at least make it to a finals, another finals in 15 years. You had multiple great teams. At least make it to a finals. At least that you could be like, you know what? He made it to a finals. Once again, he probably wasn't the ideal coach, but being their urgency to find a coach, it's a small time frame. They got to find somebody. He was their best option. Even if he wasn't the ideal person they wanted, they got to hire somebody. And like I said, I rock with Doc Rivers, so I'm happy for him. I just hope during the playoff he could get it done. And it's crazy when somebody gets fired who has a good record. The Bucks are 30-13 with Adrian Griffin. So they had a great record, but he still got fired because for some reason Giannis was unhappy with his schematics, his coaching decisions. Giannis wasn't impressed. So they got him the hell up out of there. It's unfortunate, it's sad, but this is the NBA, man. We have seen this happen time and time again. The same thing happened with David Blatt when he was coaching LeBron. They got him up out of there. Ty Lue came in. They won a championship. And he had a great record. So it's not like the Cavs were losing, no. But LeBron didn't like his system. And, when the star is unhappy with you, you got to go. That's just the way it works. And they got him up out of there. They brought in Ty Lue. They won a chip. So can Doc Rivers repeat the same thing? He's coming in. He's going to have to try to implement his system, what he want to do. It won't be an easy task, but this is what you signed up for. No excuses, man. You got to get it done. If the Bucks don't make it to the finals, it's a bust. It's always a bust regardless, but when you have a team like Dame Dollar, Giannis, Brook Lopez, and a really good team, you got to make it to the finals. There's no argument. You have to make it to the finals, or at least the Eastern Conference Finals. At least that much. If you don't make it to the finals, you got to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. There's no way around it. And if the Bucks don't make it, it's not going to be a good look for Doc Rivers starting off. So he got to get it done, man. We can't make excuses anymore. Like I said, I rock with the guy. I'm not going to make any more excuses for him. I have done that too many times. And, like I said, Doc is a championship coach, but if he mess up in Milwaukee, he gets fired or he doesn't get it done, I don't know if he's going to get another opportunity. I won't say this is his last, but he's on thin ice right now because you get so many opportunities, man. I'm just being real. Especially when you're a minority coach, you're a brother. You get so many opportunities, man. You either get it done or you might end up on the outside looking in and you can't get another opportunity. So when you get that shot, you got to make it count, man. And Doc has been getting a lot of shots. He was the coach of the Magics with Tracy McGrady. He coached Boston, got the big three, won a championship. He coached the Clippers, Lob City, flunked out many times. He went to Philly, flunked out many times. Now he gets another opportunity in Milwaukee. And he got to make it count, man. I'm going to put my faith in Doc, man, even though it's kind of shaky, but I'm going to put trust in this man that he could get it done, man. At least make the finals in the East. I mean, if you don't make the NBA finals, because Boston is a really good team. Boston is a monster right now. They're pretty hard. If you don't make the NBA finals, you got to at least make the Eastern Conference Finals, man. Who knows? We'll see what happens, but, man, Doc got to get it done. But we're going to see what happens, man. It's early, not going to jump the guns. I'm going to sit back and watch, evaluate, see what's going on. And that's about it, man. So Doc Rivers is hired, He's the Bucks coach officially through the 2027 season. But as always, I'll holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. Holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.